Right now at 10, a story that may have you asking, could it happen to me?
Homeowners learning they're victims of fraud. When you buy a home, property ownership that transfers from the seller to you, and then the deed is in your name.
But imagine finding out months or years or even decades later that someone, a stranger, transferred the deed into their name.
You're about to meet someone who got that shock. But first, we want to let you know we have a checklist to help you catch deed fraud. You'll see a QR code on your screen shortly, so get your phone ready.
Now let's get to Bryce Newberry with a story you'll see only on 2. Bryce, you know of 3 victims, seemingly all connected to one accused deed thief.
Yeah, Andy and Lisa, this really came as a gut punch to the families that I contacted, some who had no clue until their phone rang. And all 3 of these deed transfers in question got filed at the exact same time on the same day here in this downtown courthouse. And these property owners tell me tonight they never signed these documents, that they don't know the new owner. For 6 decades, this home on the north side has been part of Celia Ibarra's family.
My husband grew up here, so there is a lot of memories here. There's memories of my kids when they were young.
She never dreamed of selling the place she's worked hard to keep in her family.
My mother-in-law's desire was for my youngest daughter, my baby daughter, to inherit this house.
But in just the last few days, after a call from a family friend and KPRC2, Ibarra learned what she still can't believe. Did you ever think in a million years that your property could just be transferred to someone?
Never, never. I don't understand how somebody can do that.
The proof is in the papers. This deed transfer filed March 20th shows ownership transferred from Ibarra to Helen Yancy.
I've been seeing that name on the news, and I do not know who that person is.
If Yancy's name is familiar, it's because she got transferred this piece of land in Northeast Houston, which used to belong to a Houston Surrogacy Escrow company accused of defrauding intended parents across the globe. Is that your signature?
No. Nope. That is not my signature.
She didn't sign the document, says she's never seen it.
There's very little that you can do as a property owner.
Board-certified real estate attorney Cassie McGarvey reviewed the documents with us.
Anytime I see deeds that look like they're fill-in-the-blank forms that somebody printed off of Google, I'm going to have questions.
She's seeing fraudulent deed transfers in Harris County more often, she says, difficult to reverse after filed.
There's absolutely nothing that can occur to get title back into your name absent a court order or the fraudster giving you the property back.
Ibarra isn't alone. 2 other deeds transferred to Yancy at the same time in March, all stamped by the same notary. Those property owners tell me they don't know Yancy and didn't sign the documents either. But when we tracked down the notary last week, he couldn't explain how his stamp ended up on multiple transactions involving Yancy.
How can somebody go take what you worked hard for, what you suffered to get, and hold on to it?
Ibarra is now fighting to get the property back in her name so it can stay in her family for generations to come.
It's stealing. It just turns my stomach.
And I've been in touch with Helen Yancy over the last week or so while covering this story tonight. She has not responded directly to any questions about this deed involving Ibarra. Tonight, Houston police are asking anyone who believes that they may be a victim of a fraudulent deed transfer to call the Property and Financial Crimes Unit. Lisa and Andy.
Bryce, this is beyond alarming. Is there anything homeowners can do to protect themselves?
Well, Andy, proactively, not so much, according to that attorney who I spoke with this evening. She says that some counties do offer fraud alerts, but those do not get issued until after something gets filed. And at that point, it's really too late to reverse it. So the best advice is to keep an eye on real property records regularly. And we have included that link at click2houston.com. You can just do a quick search at the top of our website, search property title fraud. And that's also where we're asking to hear from any other victims who this may have happened to. We'd like to get in touch with you. Reporting live downtown tonight, I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Great information to put out there, Bryce. Thank you. Now, this deed theft investigation all stemmed from Bryce's original story that he's been investigating for 2 months now, looking into dozens of cases around the world involving a woman accused of defrauding intended parents who paid tens of thousands of dollars for surrogacy, only to have all of their money stolen. There are a lot of twists and turns in these cases, and you can start from the very beginning. Just search Surrogacy at click2houston.com.